Hi guys, and welcome back to the Curve-Unplugged. I'm gonna do my little dance because we don't have music just yet. But it's my little dance to get us started. I'm excited about tonight. We're gonna have a great conversation, so we're gonna wait a few moments, let Miss Nikki Dollars get all tuned in. Hey Christy. Hey. I'm feeling so much better. Thank you. Um, You know what I should have did? I should have put my phone on Do Not Disturb because them little notifications, ooh, they work on my nerves. Stop. Just stop. Okay, so tonight's topic, as you guys can see, hey Stefan, tonight's topic is going to be support matters until it doesn't, right? So, okay, I see Nikki is there. Let's get her in. Hold on. Oh, Nikki. Let's get it. Where you at? Where you at? And for those who are wondering, my lippy is Curve Cosmetics. Check us out. Curve Cosmetics on Instagram and Curve Cosmetics on Facebook. Hey, Nikki.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How are
All
you?
right. So tonight's subject is going to be support matters until it doesn't. Right? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And I think no better place to start than to talk about Colin Kaepernick and the NFL. So every time I think about this subject, the song on Bended Knee, it just gets stuck in my head. I'm down on bended knee. No?
No.
Nobody else ain't. Okay, so the rest of y'all ain't feeling that? Yeah, you
No.
see her chewing that gum, right? She gonna keep chewing that darn gum. So the song on Bended Knee just plays in my head every time I think about Colin, and I really like him. But nonetheless, let's talk about, do we think he has a future in the NFL or no? What do you think, Nikki? Do you think he has a future in the NFL?
Unfortunately, no. And I like him too. I don't think he does. The sport is unfortunately an old white man's regime, and he does not. And it's very sad because all he did was stand up or kneel down for what he believed in. You have we've had NFL players who've been accused and and convicted of some heinous crimes, rape, murder, domestic violence, but yet the NFL, now they say they don't condone it, but in essence, if you still hire those people, you condone it. You have Ray Rice,
Absolutely.
you have Ray Lewis. Ben Roethlisberger has been accused twice of rape or sexual assault. And I love Michael Vick, and I'm glad he got a second chance. But we know how them white folks feel about his dogs. They dogs. So I don't even understand. This man ain't killed him. Colin has not killed anyone. He has not beat it, to our knowledge. He has not beat his wife, girlfriend, sister, cousin, uncle, daddy. But you have one football player, the one that played for Dallas, was that Dez Arnaz or whatever. Dez, what's his name?
Dez Bryant.
Was beating his mama. But nobody wants to touch this guy. Now they're saying, oh, we need to, one team. I think he was also talking with Miami. Miami dumbasses go get this dude from out of retirement. He was bragging on the news yesterday, no, he ain't even in shape. What the hell? He was on his way to be a damn sportscaster, analyst. So they chose him rather than Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick. So no, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't think he does. And that's sad because right now he's in the prime of his career. So if he doesn't get drafted within the next year or so, he's done.
Well, what I find to be very ironic in the whole situation, and Stefan, that song was by Boys to Men. You talking about it was before your time? I know you know
You
Boys
seen
to Men.
Boys to Men lately? They need to be boys to old men. Because they
Don't do
look
that.
old.
They did a great commercial for some stomach problem
Old
medication.
men. You saw that gray hair? Old men.
And if you just Google it on bended knee, I mean, really? Anyway, but here's what I digress. So here's what I think is ironic about the whole BS that the NFL is trying to pass off. So the NFL, has a lot of the owners, a lot of other members of NFL teams are talking about, well, we stand for the flag because of all our troops that are fighting in different countries to make sure that we continue to enjoy the liberties and the freedoms that we have. And it's disrespectful to, did he just say his mom listens to them all the time?
Yeah, keep on talking, child. Keep on talking.
And it's disrespectful to our troops that he will not stand for the Star Spangled Banner. But I don't know how many of you know. But did you know that when you see men and women in uniform on the field with the flag, asking everybody to stand in honor of our troops and our veterans and our country, that is not happening for free. No, it is not. It is considered by the NFL to be a paid advertisement for the military. Thereby, the Department of Defense has paid 14 NFL teams in the last year $5.4 million just for the servicemen and women to come on the field and present the flag and do the whole Star Spangled Banner. Mm-hmm. So for an organization, an institution that claims this is all about our troops and showing honor to their sacrifices, then why do you charge them to come on the field and present the flag? $5.4 million is no small amount of money, and I honestly don't understand why we charge the military anything to show up to football games and present the flag.
But go ahead. And not only that, in their personal conduct policy, this is the NFL's personal conduct policy. It reads, it is not enough simply to avoid being found guilty of a crime. We are all held to a higher standard and must conduct ourselves in a way that is responsible, promotes the values of the NFL, and is lawful. So tell me how all that coagulates to all the rapists and murderers and women beaters.
Ray Rice was on video. Cole cocked his wife in an elevator. Cole cocked. And I would like to believe that although he did get suspended, whatever, there was some ramifications for his behavior, and other football players, as we know, Ocho Cinco was put out of the out of the NFL because of his behavior off field.
Right.
But we're talking about a man who, if we're looking at the grand scope of things, if in fact taking a knee is his protest against the treatment of people of color in this country, isn't that an exercise of the same liberties and rights and freedoms that our men and women in uniform are so vigilantly fighting for? Versus what some of the other folks out of their uniform or in their uniform have done that would have been in total contradiction to the NFL's code of ethics.
They're trying to make an example out of him. I truly believe this is them making an example so that now another Negro gonna step out of line.
Yeah, because Jerry Jones told his team, and he's the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, if you do not stand for the Star Spangled Banner, you are off his team. The end.
Yeah, they're trying to make it.
So I know a lot of people feel like, well, he's made a lot of money in the NFL. He wasn't the strongest player anyway. But come on. We know good and well when you are favored, it does not matter if you are the strongest. Dan Marino wasn't the strongest. He was the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins until he retired. Tony Romo hasn't gotten another. Did Tony Romo finally retire?
I don't know.
Retired yet? Okay. Well, anyway,
Hell,
we know
this
he
Jay
had.
Cutler, Miami Dolphins just hired. That fool been on. He was retired. I can't even say he been on vacation. He was retired.
He looked like in the when I saw the press conference, he looked like he just needed to be drinking a cold beer, fishing. Like he didn't look like a football player at all to
Yeah,
me.
no.
You
He's
know,
not
and
in
one
shape. He admitted he wasn't in shape. And he was like, well, when you're the quarterback, you don't have to be as in great shape as the other players.
try getting sacked a few dozen times and then answer that question again.
Yeah.
So I'm in agreement with you, Nikki. I don't think that he has a future in the NFL because of the ignorance and because of the fact that for those who are seeing it from a business standpoint, understand that the NFL as an institution, as an organization, as a business will only be impacted if their bottom line is impacted, which is why there's a call for the boycott right now. If we impact their bottom line, meaning money, then you will see some changes being made. As long as there's no impact to their bottom line, then this is what's going to happen.
Maybe he can go play for the Canadian League.
Now, how much money do they make? Did you Google that?
I don't know how much money they make. I'm just saying.
Isn't that where Ricky
yeah.
went?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, maybe. But I pray for Colin.
Yeah, I like
Kaepernick.
Colin.
Colin.
Keep hope alive, Colin.
Kaepernick on bended knee. I do believe that he deserves. Colin. He does deserve an opportunity to play in the NFL. Does he need to step up his game if he's back in the NFL? Absolutely, because now he will have no room to make an error, and we both know that he won't have any room to make any errors. But at the end of the day, we have to understand that as an institution, a lot of what the NFL is feeding us right now is garbage. Because if they even believed in what they said, then they wouldn't be charging the military to come on the field right now anyway. Think about what we're talking about. You see about 4 or 5 men and women in uniform every football game, come out, present the flag, we stand up, you do the Star Spangled Banner. For that little bit of time, that in last season equaled $5.4 million that the Department of Defense paid to the NFL. Not the other way around. The NFL had monetary gain for the military showing up to the football games. So now my question to the NFL is, will you still feel the same way and allow the military to present the flag for free?
Absolutely not.
So there will not be a Star Spangled Banner to worry about if you had to do it for free. So I call bullshit on the play. Danny says maybe he has an opportunity. I would like to know with who. I wish that my Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because I don't want to miss y'all this season. I wish they would reach out and give this man a job. Yeah, not that I'm knocking Winston. James Winston, I love you, but not that I'm knocking you, boo-boo. But I wish my team would be the one that stepped up to the plate.
That won't help.
That's not gonna help? Okay, well. What you mean ain't gonna help my team?
No. Not at all.
You suck. You suck in every way.
I'm just
so
honest.
You know that.
I'm just being honest.
I'm being possible honest. Way. What's your football team? Who's your team?
I don't have my
no. I do have a team.
My team is sorry. I like the Detroit Lions, and they are sorry. They ain't gonna go to the NFL. I mean, the Super Bowl for a long time, but I ain't gonna know because I ain't gonna watch it for a long time. So I'm just have to hear about it.
So now, and Danny, this it is not that big of a stretch to think that we could possibly go to the NFL, to the Super Bowl, because we've been there and we won.
So yeah.
So I see where this conversation is going. I need y'all to get it together. For real.
Yeah, I see where this conversation is going. But we got some new developments this week.
Okay, so new developments. What's up?
Says he ain't got the hurt. He does not have the hurt. These women accuse him, and he's going to sue the accusers and their representation for defamation of character because he does not have the hurt.
Okay.
Get your lives together.
Okay. Now, but you know what I did question, and I'm going to ask this of you because you're so learned. You probably know the answer to this, right?
Oh,
So if you have sex with 4 people, right?
mm-hmm.
And let's say out of those 4, 2 of them have the herp.
Mm-hmm.
How you know who gave you the herp?
You don't.
So the women who had sex with Usher,
Mm-hmm.
even if he has herpes, let's say he got the herp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say he is the one that like, is your herpes, is it your strand, like, definitely yours, like genetically your strand of herpes?
No, and it's almost a case of in some cases it lies dormant. So sometimes it takes something stressful or something to go on in your life to bring it out. So it could be a case where you've always had it because you haven't had a breakout or anything. You don't know you have it, because some people have it for years and years and years and don't know they have it. So it could be possible that they did have it and a stressful event caused it to come to surface.
Okay.
Or, yeah, somebody gave it to them within
Okay.
30 to 45 days.
But so we don't know if this is the Usher herpes, or they got it from somebody else. Like, they don't know.
They don't know. Well, one lady is saying, I don't know how she knew. She said she asked him, the celebrity stylist, and he confirmed that he did not have it. I don't know why would you ask somebody, like, is that the going question now? Hey, you got herpes? Don't you ask people now? Not even if you got an AIDS test, you got herpes.
Well, okay, to my understanding, if you've ever even had chickenpox is like some strand of herpes, right? Mm-hmm. So then the answer would technically be yes for most people, especially those of us who were born in the 70s, early 80s, before there was this not as vaccine you can take to not even get the chickenpox. Most of us, how we became immune to chickenpox was by getting chickenpox. So if chickenpox is a strand of herpes, then if you've even had chickenpox, then the herpes virus is in you.
But that's not only it. Shingles is a strand of herpes, and
but
even fever.
Most older
fever
people
blisters
get shingles, though,
there's
right?
There's some babies and little kids that get shingles. So you have chickenpox, shingles, and fever blisters. They're all herpes strands.
So if you've ever had a fever blister,
that's the
herpes. That's a herp.
Herpes.
If you had chickenpox, that's the herp. If you've had shingles, that's the herp. Mm-hmm. So everything is the herp, basically.
Yeah, they're all different simplexes, but they're all variations of herpes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, there you have it. I want to see where this goes. Now, here's what I'm disappointed in. So the big girl got on there, right? And I was on her side because I'm like, I know y'all ain't coming for my big girl like this.
Yeah, they was.
Because she big. So y'all coming for her just because she big.
Yeah, they was.
But then she said the dumbest shit I ever heard. She don't have herpes.
No.
She just mad because
she was exposed.
He exposed her
to
the herp. And he didn't tell her he exposed her to the herp.
Yeah. But she also has, quote unquote, supposedly tried to finagle other celebrities. August Alsina, some other little guy that she claims she was in a 1-year relationship with. So that's her story's being blown all out of the water right now. Because what did he say?
I'ma sue Usher. Wait, he finna sue Usher too. What? You slept with Usher too?
I'm gonna sue Usher because I know somebody that watched one of his videos. Good night. Watched one of his videos, and they next door neighbor had sex with a friend of mine that had herpes. So yeah. Okay.
But you know this now in real life, this lady sued a adult video company because she said she was watching a 3D porn video and she got pregnant. Yeah. She got pregnant and had a black baby. And she said that the only way she could have had that black baby was from that 3D porn video she watched. And in other news, they actually settled out of court with her. So, anything's effing possible.
They probably just didn't want the hassle. I mean, some things are just better, like give that crazy heifer some money so she go about her business. Why drag it out?
Well, does anybody want to just give me some money so I can go about my business? There's some things I want to do.
Well, you got to sue somebody. Sue somebody and let them settle with you out of court. See? That's
my exes ain't even, they'll probably be done kill me in my sleep. For suing them for
what? Hey, it works. You better sue somebody. Quantasia did. Oh, and they was coming for, I'm like, why they coming for her? So my friend posted on her little page. Oh, she didn't say Usher gave her the herpes. He gave her a Hershey's. That was wrong, but that was kind of funny. That was kind of funny though.
Are you laughing at that for real?
Yeah, it was funny.
That's what I was mad about. Like, I'm mad.
You was mad?
I was mad because
I was mad
due
too.
to the fact that she's plus size, they made it seem like plus size women cannot attract a man that looks like Usher.
But I think she blew it when she said she didn't have the disease.
She blew it for me right there. She made me mad. Now, at that point, I was mad at her whole outfit. At that point, I was mad at her hair.
He didn't give her the herpes. He gave her a Hershey's. That's what he gave her. Helpful.
I was mad at her after I realized she didn't have it. I was mad at everything that she did at that point. Yeah. But before then, I'm like, do you really know who we are? Like,
we pulled the best of them.
Horn, but
we pulled the best of them.
I don't
trust and believe.
Yeah.
Trust and believe, baby.
Yeah. Some chocolate thunder. Yes. But okay, we're going to digress off of that. We want to know what y'all think about the big girls and Usher. And I honestly don't think that that's the first big girl Usher ever slept with.
No.
Now, it is true that in some states, it is even illegal to have sex with someone and not disclose if you, in fact, have an STD.
Yeah.
So, if, in fact, he does have the herpes and he did not, I hated that myself. People so focused on her weight, but it was terrible that people were focused on her weight. But if she's doing this, because I wondered, like, why did she need a damn
she was the only one
press conference? Why did she need a press conference?
Yeah.
Especially, and you ain't have herpes. Like, what the hell? All right. So we're gonna move on from that. That really pissed me off though. That really did. All right. So what else we got on the table tonight? We're gonna talk about support, because I see a lot of commentary from especially Black business owners of color. I put it like that, not just Black folk, but business owners of color like to write this one comment all the time about, if you call yourself my friend, but you've never bought my products, you don't like my page or my posts, you're not supporting my business, please stop calling yourself my friend. And there's a lot we want to say to you guys about that. So I hope my business owners, brand ambassadors, I hope you guys are truly listening. And I want you to just comment all the way down, bring it all the way down from 10 to like 2 right now. Because your friends, listen carefully, your friends and your family are probably not your customers anyway. And I need you guys to really get this. Your friends and your family, they typically support you in another way. Meaning, they've always encouraged you to go after whatever it is you love. They've always said, I'm proud of you, girl. I see you, blah, blah, blah. But that doesn't make them your customer. And it is really a lazy business owner mentality that the people who we already know should automatically buy whatever it is that we're selling. Mm-hmm. And that goes for products as well as services. If you go to school and become a cosmetologist, and now you do hair, but I've been going over here to get my hair done for the last 10 years, I'm supposed to stop going over here to get my hair done because now my friend became a cosmetologist? That's not a fair assessment of the situation. I support what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Your friends and family see what you're doing. but they don't owe it to you, honestly, to buy whatever it is that you are selling. I'm becoming a business owner and I'm working on my business right now, and I don't expect my family or friends to buy nothing or even care. It's my dream, my product, not theirs. Exactly, Stephanie.
Well, you know what? I kind of disagree because I look at other cultures, like we have the Jewish culture, um, and some other cultures where even the Filipinos and Koreans, they support their own businesses, even if it's not good quality, even if nobody else will buy it, even if their product is more expensive than anyone else, they will go to someone of their own kind and buy and support before they go out of their culture.
That
And
doesn't make them friends or family.
some of
By the
them
fact,
are.
the sheer
Well,
fact that you're
especially
Jewish.
Jewish people. A lot of them, they, their families are huge. So yeah, their families buy with each other's family. Their families do support them. I don't think it's unnatural or unfair to think that our family and friends should support us. I think it's fair to assume and believe that they would. Now, am I horribly devastated when they don't? At this point, no. When I first started, absolutely I was. Because I did want my family and friends to support me. I did want to have that camaraderie and all of my people that I know around. So I don't think that's an unfair thing to hope for when there's so many other cultures who support each other. I think it's a part of our mentality just not to, because we're so much in competition with each other. We don't even know at some point how to be happy for one another. Jay-Z just referenced in his song, he was a big supporter of Belvedere. In his song, he said, why would I buy Belvedere when Puffy got Ciroc? So that let Belvedere know right there, he ain't got no more dealings with them. He gonna support his friend, Puffy, with this Ciroc label. And I thought that spoke volumes, because he didn't have to do that, because I'm sure Belvedere was breaking him off proper. So I do think that we should. I'm not saying that if my friends don't support me, I don't go as deep and say, you never came to a show, you never bought a lipstick, you never just did nothing, that you're not my friend. No, I don't go as far as saying that, because whereas they don't support me, that doesn't mean we're not friends. But I love for you to share my dreams. And what I do know about friends, no matter what, and family, everybody can't go where you go. And they're not supposed to. And it's not their dream. And I get that sometimes they can't, because some people are just so hateful that they can't even imagine somebody being successful if it's not them. They can't imagine this idea launching if it's not their own. You shouldn't be exceptionally hurt, but I think you should want that to happen. I mean, I look at businesses just like when you're growing up and you have that village, when you have your recitals and you have your graduations. How did it feel if you were that child, you see everybody and their parents around, and your mom and daddy can never come to your graduation or your recital, because that doesn't make you feel good at all. At all. So I don't think it should be expected for our family and friends not to support. But if they don't support, then they don't support. But I think we should do a better job with supporting our families and our friends, because we're the ones that are going to make a difference. And it's sad that you won't support whomever, but you'll go to the other people, whoever they are, because that's something you like and that's something you do, and get it forever. I could be selling the same thing, and it may be $2 or $3 more, because I don't have that monopolization of the market, the saturation. But you'd rather go give your money to somebody else. I heard somebody say, I have the guy that washes my car. He has a daytime job, and he washes cars on the side. So people look at him, and he's flashy. He's buying cars, he does, but he could do it. He works, and he has a side hustle. So whatever. People like, oh, I bet, he's planning his wedding, so I bet he using all his money to pay for his wedding. I ain't supporting him in his. You're not supporting him in his what? But do you go to Macy's and say you're not going to buy no shoes or no Michael Kors purse because the owner of Macy's going to go buy an island somewhere? We don't say that. Do you
I
not
agree.
buy
I
Michael
agree with
Kors
that.
purse because Michael Kors is gonna go on vacation with his family, or go buy some castle? No, we don't
I
say that.
agree with that, but at the same token, I feel like your customer is your customer. The
Mm-hmm.
people who don't shop with you are not your customers,
Right.
regardless of if they are your family members or your friends. Your customer is your customer. And the mentality that just because I make a t-shirt, then that just means that everybody that knows me is obligated in some way to shop with. So if I see you with a t-shirt on from another company, you betrayed me because
Mm-hmm.
you could have bought a t-shirt with me. I think that is backwards thinking as a business owner. You make a great product, you do a great job marketing that product, you build your brand with your customer base. And those people, whomever they may be, that are your customers, need to be able to find you. Now, truth be told, for black businesses, that's what we're talking about, the majority of their customer base is black.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who washes your car, most likely he washes plenty of cars for other people of color.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he washed cars for whoever's gonna pay him to wash cars. But I'm pretty sure in our communities, when I go to, if I pass by, let's say finger licking, I look through the window, I see nothing but faces that look like mine
Mm-hmm.
in the restaurants. So when it comes down to it, we do support our own businesses. But the mentality that the people who know me are obligated, or else we are no longer friends or family, that to me is backwards thinking.
I can agree with
Because
that.
everybody who knows you is not your customer. Just
I
like
can agree with
everybody
that.
who shops with you is not your customer. Some people will shop with you one time. They will utilize your service one time. Maybe at that moment it was convenient. But on the flip side of that, a lot of our family and friends also feel as if they should get something for free out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know you make lipstick, so you should give me some lipstick. I'm going to wear it. My friends are going to see it, and maybe they'll buy something from you. But for me, you should give it to me for free because we're friends. That to me is disrespectful to the business owner, because the same way you quote how the Jewish community and the Asian community, how they support it, when they go in, they pay for what they buy, what they
Mm-hmm.
get. So our people have to have that understanding as well. You pay for what you get. Let me get to a place where I can give you something. But as I grow this business, I still have to make money as well.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard somebody complain when they get to Morton Steakhouse how much the steak costs. It's expensive. We all know that. But you open a steak stand down the street and
Mm-hmm.
charge somebody that amount for a steak, and they gonna cuss you clean out. And most likely it's gonna be your own people. Again, your customer is exactly that. Your customer is your customer, and our jobs as business owners is to attract our customer. That doesn't mean that person is friends or family with you.
True. I still expect my friends and family to be my customers.
That's fair. That is fair. I would like to, Stefan, I appreciate your comment. He says it is selfish to expect someone to buy your products just because we see or we see that you're already associated with one another. I mean, I think if your product is great, then your customer will be there. I don't know that customer is going to always be. I think more people, I get more out of it, honestly, where perfect strangers come up to me and say, we listen to the show. We like what you ladies are doing. It's really amazing. I bought one of your shirts. Here's my picture. I love it. I think that's awesome, because that person, I don't know them from anywhere. But I expect, if it was a friend or family member of mine, that they are going to have a positive comment, you know, a positive take on whatever it is that I'm doing. I think you get even a more fair assessment of how your business is doing when you're reaching those customers who don't already know you.
And I kind of disagree with Stefan, because I think that's one of the aspects of being in business. Who who you're associated with, and word of mouth. We know that word of mouth can make or break a business.
Absolutely.
So if you see that's all. If you see your fans, if you love Queen Latifah or Jill Scott or Tay Diggs or Idris Elba, and you see they're associated with a certain product, 9 times out of 10, you may go ahead and try that product. Just because you see a Jill Scott or a Mary J. Blige or even an Oprah Winfrey. How many of us have tried things because Oprah told us to? Or bought some stuff because Oprah told us to? So I think that is one of the building blocks in business. You make those associations so that it just expands your brand. And even if I have a friend and I'm like, oh, you know what? She or he is an upstanding type guy, and they're using this person as their video graphic designer. Okay, I'm gonna go try that person because I know these are good people. So I'm gonna go try them. Maybe they good. So I think association is a great, great, great advertising for businesses. And I think a lot of people do businesses with other businesses because of who they associate with. The product has to be good, but even if you have a mediocre product and you have a huge or this massive association with the right people, you still will make money.
I agree with you and I disagree. And it's kind of for the same reason. Again, I think when we go into business with the mentality that I know all these people, that I've inherited this huge customer base, then it makes a lot of people very lazy in their pursuit of their customer, because the feeling is, okay, I sell lemonade, all y'all get thirsty, everybody should automatically buy lemonade right here. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to make as much effort to make sure that, again, my product and my customer service and my marketing is on point, because I feel like I'm entitled to this customer base. I've inherited it because I know so many people. And the truth is that I've walked out of plenty businesses because of that reason. And not just small businesses, but even large business relationships. I've given Xfinity, Comcast, I've cussed them to Amazing Grace because I cannot believe the lack of customer service. Mm-hmm. I just cannot fathom it. Anytime I'm spending my money, I expect to get great product, great service. Whether your business is small and you selling me something out of a paper bag, or you selling me something FedEx got to come and deliver it and they got to set it up because it's so big. My expectation when I'm dealing with a business is whatever it is you're selling me, whatever it is you're producing, you're making sure that it is quality. But if the business owner's mentality is, you just have to do it with me, it could be mediocre because I know so many people, I should still make money, then that's why so many small businesses fail, because they don't plan to be in business. They don't have a customer service plan in place on how to treat potential customers as well as existing customers. And if I'm your friend and I know you and I know you got shady ways, that's even more reason why, just because I know you, I'm not going to shop with you.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I can agree with that. And I think that and I was speaking out for as startup businesses. I think as a startup business, associations are great still, because word of mouth is still the maker or breaker of a business. I don't think as much marketing or posting or whatever advertising as you do, if so many people say you're garbage, it won't even matter.
Right, I agree.
And I think that there are some businesses that get ahead of themselves. If it's because of some FCC regulations, a lot of them are monopolizing the market, like Xfinity, Comcast. They have monopolized cable pretty much in the South. Their Time Warner is now coming up, but for a lot of people, Xfinity is the only cable provider in their area. For a lot of people, unfortunately, that's very unfortunate. I don't know how much or what it costs, what it entails to create a cable company, but yeah, they got that on lock. So I think at this point, that's how they feel. They don't have to do anything more, because where else are you gonna go?
Right.
Nowhere.
And a small business owner can't afford to have that mentality.
No.
Because no matter how great your product is or your service, again, because we are small business owners, we 9 times out of 10, we don't own all the rights to that. Like, okay, I make lemonade. I'm not the only person that can.
Right.
So somebody else can come along and also make lemonade. So again, in spite of the fact that we may know a lot of people going in, and even if you do have the best product, if the service that you provide just sucks, there's a couple of small, like, I love Caribbean food, but there's a couple of spots I'm never going to again. I just hate bad customer service. Yo, peas and rice might be everything under the sun, but I cannot accept poor customer service. And so many small businesses just have an issue with that. They have a serious issue with that.
They don't, and I guess my biggest pet peeve is I'm a stickler for hours. If you're telling me you open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6 or 8 to 4, well, that's when I expect you to be there. So if I'm coming to your establishment, you tell me you open at 9 and it's 10 o'clock and you're not there, I probably won't ever come back. Because now I feel like you wasted my time and I'm not going to be happy with your service. Because I feel that if that's your business hours, that's when you should be open. You'd be very upset if you went somewhere, you went to the mall, and the mall said they open at 11. You there at 1 o'clock p.m. and the mall still closed. And
I agree with you on that.
We don't make any exceptions. We just close. We don't say, hey, we'll be back. No sound on the door. It's just lights out. You peeking through the door trying to see maybe somebody in there. No, they ain't.
That is a pet peeve for me, and not standing behind the product. Like, I remember buying something from a website, I'm not going to call them out, and they sent me, I guess, what they wanted me to have. They didn't send me what I ordered. And when I reached out to them, first of all, getting in contact with them was a headache. And then once I got in contact with them, I have the packing slip. The packing slip and the order all had the same thing on it. What was in the box was something totally different. And they talked to me like I stole the dress that they sent me out of the warehouse. Like, how else would I have this dress had you not mailed it to me? This is the one you sent me, but it's not the one I ordered. So again, I know that oftentimes we get in business, we're already in business before we take care of a lot of our administrative responsibility. But when it comes down to it, all of that's a part of being in business. And if you can't take care of your customers, if you don't know how to talk to them, if your expectation is, well, just because I'm me and you know me, then by all means, you should come here and spend your money, your business cannot survive. You may be in business for a while, but it can't survive. How many restaurants have we seen come and go? How many businesses have we seen come and go? All because they couldn't get it together.
And I think a lot of people just simply don't want to put in the work. You know, it's easy to think, okay, now I opened up, whatever it is, I opened up this boutique, and maybe you got a few little customers in your opening week, and now you think you've arrived. Or maybe it's been a couple of months and your business is steady, and now you're done. Because you see, you see on the Instagram and on social media how other people are successful, or even before you even open up your doors, you see this person doing this, and this person, they out at the club, they flossing, they posting on social media, and you figure it must not be that hard because they're doing it, and they're doing it big right now. And that's the biggest mistake I think a lot of us make. Well, first of all, not wanting to put in the work and not even realizing you see these people now, but you don't know how much work they had to put in to get to where they are. So it's easy to think that, it's easy. You open up your store, you may have some good success for a couple of months, but it doesn't stop there. You have to keep going. You have to even keep reinventing reinventing your ideas, your plan, your business, because you can't, times are ever changing and you cannot stay stagnant. So you have to always be ahead of the game. I look at my prime example is Apple. After Steve Jobs died, and I finally decided last December to get an Apple iPhone. But now the genius is gone. The vision is gone. They're not coming out with any new visionary products. It's just, okay, this one was 7 inches. Okay, we're going to make a new one 7.2. Ta-da! See how we did that? But the actual things that made Apple and what made everyone want to get an Apple, that for me with Apple is gone. So we don't know how to, we think because we got one product and we stick with that product for years and 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 not changing, and we can't do that. And because you tried it once or twice, it don't work, now you just don't want to do it no more. And I will tell you, just even personally, you know, with what we do, we've only been at it for about 3.5 years, going on 4, and it wasn't always like this. There was always a time where we didn't feel like, you know, this is not going to work. Nobody is watching. Nobody is coming out. But we had to keep going. All those disappointments, I can't even count the number of disappointments. I can't even count the number of events we've had where nobody showed up but us. But we couldn't stop. We had to keep going and keep reinventing the brand. Well, what else can we do? Okay, well, we did this and didn't seem like the people like this, so let's do something else. Okay, well, we did that and I don't know if they really like that. So okay, well, let's try something else. You have to keep going. And a lot of us don't know how to think out of the box. We get this one mindset and that's what we rolling with. And to change your mindset, you have to keep educating yourself. Buying books. There's all these master classes online. There's even shows for people. Whatever you like, there's a show about it. If you like making origami, there's a show about it. And there's some shows on YouTube. Whatever you like to do, there's knowledge. Knowledge is abound everywhere now. We have to keep reading, keep learning. That's the only way to keep things going. Because in our little minds, you know, we think of one thing and we think that's great. Until we see somebody else and did it better, and now we deflated.
This is true. Well, I want to share a little transparent moment, because I used to be big time procrastinator. I would have a stack of projects, you know, ideas that would come to mind, never came to fruition. I would get frustrated at every little obstacle that would get in my way. And one thing that I did finally finish was I finished writing my first novel. So this is
Yay!
Becoming Bree. I finally have it in my hand. So you see it backwards? I'm sorry. Well, I don't know how to turn it. I can't make it go other way.
Because it's gonna be upside down.
Okay. Well, Becoming Bree. This is my very first novel. I'm excited about, you know, these are just samples, prototypes of the book. So I'm excited to get it in you guys' hands, to read it and tell me what you think. But I'm telling you right now that this project took years to finish, because everything that could have possibly gotten in my way frustrated me, made me feel like I couldn't do it, I couldn't finish. I let it defeat me. And I know how that deflated feeling works. I know how easy it is to get caught up in, I'm not going to get it done. Everybody else done wrote their book. Everybody else done started their business. Everybody. You got to have laser beam focus. In this world, in this industry right now, whatever industry you're in, you got to have laser beam focus. Because if you're building something and you're looking around at what everybody else, how fast they're moving, you're going to easily get discouraged. Yeah. Some people are going to have more money and resources than you will. Some people are going to have more time on their hands than you will. So they may easily make more progress in a shorter window of time than you have because of those reasons. But I am sitting here today, telling you that it is absolutely possible. If me, who will find every reason to stop, if I was able to finish my book, then you can finish your book. You can finish whatever it is that you started. When I dropped my son off to college, the last thing I said to him was, finish what you started. And when that moment when I said it, it like felt like somebody poured cold water on me, because I felt like a hypocrite. Because here I was telling my son he needed to finish what he started, and there was so many things in my life that I began and didn't finish. You know, there were relationships that I started and it abruptly ended. There are business ventures that I set out to start on. I started, ended. I was bored. I was tired. Something else came up. I got sick that Saturday. Whatever the case may be, I always found a reason to just stop. And if we want to see our brands grow and our businesses grow, it may be time to own Primerica selling insurance. Then you got the skinny tea. The week after that, you doing nails. The next month, you got a lawn service, because you're not taking yourself seriously. You can't expect the people, right, the friends and the family that you're expecting to support you. You cannot expect them to take you seriously. If I just bought comforters on Monday, I come back in 2 weeks, the comforter stand is now a nail shop. I can't deal with that. Right. You got to be consistent, and you got to find something. There's nothing wrong with multiple streams of income, but there is something wrong with just putting too many irons in one fire and coming up with a big mess. And again, now you got that pile over here in the corner of unfinished business. It's time to pull that stuff out that corner and start finishing some of what you started. You will thank yourself for it.
And sometimes you have to be still. And what I mean by be still, when you talk about having so much stuff going on, because that's chaos. It's chaotic. And God is he's order. He's not chaotic. So sometimes we have to be still, because there could be something in all of that stuff that you're doing that you're supposed to be doing, but because you it's just so much noise, you can't hear and focus on exactly that thing that you're supposed to be doing. And I was one of those people. Well, I was never one to have a whole lot of ideas. I pretty much had the same focus, but that takes time to really be able to know what it is you're supposed to be doing. And a lot of times, unbeknownst to us, he pushes us in that way. You ever wonder why? Well, why do I always wind up with jobs where, I'm always talking to people, I'm always trying to help people, or I always find myself in situations where people are coming to me for advice, they're coming with their problems, and I'm talking to them. But every time you go out looking for a job, you want the job. Maybe you want to be a manager at a restaurant or in a warehouse. So those are the type of jobs you're targeting, but you keep getting the same old job. And you may get those manager jobs, but you can't keep them. And you wonder why. I've had plenty many of jobs in my life. And it wasn't the jobs all the time why I left. It was not the job. It was me. The common denominator and all that was me, because I had to finally make a conscious decision and realize what it is I was supposed to be doing. And once I realized that, my whole perception of jobs and working became totally different. Once I became a business owner, my whole concept of the workings and dealings in the business and how managers and owners deal with employees became totally different, because now I see it from both ends of the spectrum. But it took a lot of trial and error. And some of us I wish, of course, in hindsight, I wish what I knew then I knew now. Although I do not regret any parts of my journey. I do not regret it. I was one who graduated with honors in high school, and I didn't go off. I went off to college. I had a scholarship and everything, but I didn't do straight 4 years. I came home. I worked for a long, long, long time, and every job I got, I always caught on quick, and I managed to have my supervisors always felt a little intimidated, like I was trying to come for their job. I wasn't trying to come to their job. I'm just a quick learner, and I'm learning this. And I'm the type of person, once I learn it and I'm good at it, I'm bored. So I do my work and I'm done. Now I want something else to do. So now I'm sitting here. So now I'm going to be on the internet. I'm going to walk around and bother other people in everybody else's department, which I shouldn't be in. But that's just my thing. Once I've learned it and I'm notice from the back of my hand, I get bored very easily. So that taught me I need a job or something that's going to always challenge me, going to keep me busy, keep me on my toes, keep me thinking. And once I finally got it, it's very scary because now I always have to be on my toes. I'm always thinking. I always have to be thinking about right now, the next 15 minutes, tomorrow, and thereafter, because there's so much going on. But that took a lot of time, a lot of trial and error. And if it's something we can help you guys with, that you don't have to waste all that time, is number one, just to stop and listen. And like Coach said, you have all this stuff. Because from the time we're growing up, we always think about, this is what I want to do. And when I grow up, I'm going to do this. And it seems like for every 5 years, some of that may change. But a lot of those things are not so far-fetched from what you're supposed to be doing. You know, I think about everything I wanted to be when I was growing up. Although I do blame my mom and my daddy, because I could have been Beyonce. I just want y'all to know. They didn't want me. They didn't want to continue to send me to them singing classes and the piano classes.
That was never going to happen.
Yes, it was.
Just so you know.
It could have. You're a hater. It could have happened. But a lot of those things I wanted to do when I was younger, entertainment, talking to people, being on stage, now many years later, it comes full circle. Whatever. Y'all jealous. It came full circle. So
you singing?
So a lot of those things that you think about, oh my gum. Sorry, y'all. So a lot of those things that happen. Oh, that's my lipstick. Jeez, Louise. It's like somebody done punched me in the mouth. So a lot of those things, they come full circle. And you have to just listen. Because it will guide you. It will definitely guide you to what you want to do. So Stefan says, side note, I have noticed that the purpose of business is to provide goods and services to others, to help other people, because God wants us to help the rest of his children. You know, I can agree that that's our purpose for a lot. You know, I won't say that's our purpose, but I can't say that, because I do believe that if you have it, you should give it. If there's information to be had, somebody else needs it, we should pay it forward. You know, we should help those that need help. I don't know if most businesses are goods and services.
Saying not singing.
These heifers is hateful. They are hateful heifers. Hashtag hateful heifers. That's what they are.
I appreciate the honesty. Don't you?
No, whatever. They hateful heifers. Okay? Just hateful.
What you want them to say? We heard
I'm calling me in the middle of a session. But, you know, it's all good, though. It's all good. But I'm just listen, because I'm telling you a lot of those. The things that you thought about, Coach, when you were younger, that you wanted to do, are some of those things coming to fruition now?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Even some of the things my grandmother wanted from me. You know, she wanted me to teach. And I feel like I do teach, but not in the platform that she would have imagined for me. That platform is now much different, but it's still a teaching opportunity. Right. So I love that she saw that in me. And I do totally agree with what you're saying, that, you know, we have to understand that there is a guiding force that's leading us in our lives, and we want to always be mindful and be able to hear and move when we need to. But don't let yourself get so overwhelmed with all the what I call the white noise, everything that's happening around you, everybody else, and how they're moving and what they're doing, because whatever it is for you to do, your gift will always make room for you.
Absolutely.
And the way we handle our business is usually very similar to the way we handle our personal lives. So if you look at how you handle your relationships with people, oftentimes how you handle your business relationships parallel. If you're very focused, very committed, very thorough in your personal life, then you will be that in your business life. And on the flip side, if you're one of those people who here today, gone tomorrow, then your business life is going to also mimic that same concept, because it's always, especially being a business owner. When you working for someone, you're usually given a set of tasks. Here's your checklist. Here's what you got to do before you can go home for the day. But when you work for yourself, when you're building your own brand, then for those who say it's not personal, it's just business, your brand is very personal to you, because you're putting everything in it, everything that you have, not just your money, but your time, your energy, your every bit of patience, all your prayer, everything is in that business that you are growing. So it is very, very personal. But be mindful of ask yourself, who am I in my relationships? Who am I? How do I handle my relationships with my friends, with my family members, with my significant other? Because as a business owner, whatever that relationship looks like, that's what your business is going to look like. So if that's a hot mess, you can't remember when to post something, you can't remember to make it to your meetings, you can't remember that you were supposed to call somebody, you can't remember to pay your bill, your personal life and your business life will start looking like twins. And that is our time for tonight.
It's 10 o'clock.
It is 10:07 to be exact.
Oh, wow.
Again, we want to thank you guys for riding with us. We will be back next week, same time, same station. Now, listen, for those of you in the South Florida area, we have started the Curve-Unplugged Small Business Workshops. Our first workshop is this coming Sunday. We sold out for this week. Yes, ma'am. So we will see you guys who will be rocking with us on Sunday. We will see you on Sunday. But for those of you who did not get an opportunity to sign up for this Sunday's workshop, we have another workshop, part 2 of Birthing Your Brand. It's going to be on September 9th. You can find the information on our Facebook page at The Curve, our Instagram page at Curve Media Group, also on Eventbrite, Curve-Unplugged Small Business Workshop, September 9th. We want all of you to come out. All the knowledge that we have and the experts that we will also, besides ourselves, we will also have other experts in the building to help you truly birth your brand. So we want to see you guys there.
Yes.
And secondly, Curvy Yoga is August 26th. If you have not signed up for Curvy, there's only a few slots left.
And it's only $20.
$20. Come on out. It's an hour of your day. Come on out for Curvy Yoga. It is taught by a curvy instructor, and the whole class is for curvy women. So we want you guys to come on out to Curvy Yoga. Namaste. Namaste. Or as I say to Christy, Monostat. We will see you on August 26th.
Yeah.
August 26th from 1:30 to 2:30. There are still some spots available. Go on our, again, Facebook and Instagram and Eventbrite to get tickets for Curvy Yoga. We look forward to seeing you there. This is Coach Keish. You can follow me on Facebook at Shakisha Reed and on Instagram at The Curvy Alchemist. And Nikki, how can we follow you?
You can follow me on Facebook, Lakeisha Daphnis, and on Instagram at _the Nikki Dollars. And when you go to the Curve page, guys, we have so much coming up. Just check our events page. Check out all our events. We have so many events coming up with just in the next 6 weeks. So check out our events. Choose one or choose them all. Come to one, come to all. But come on out and hang out with
Stefan, we would love to have you at some events. So check us out. We even have concealed weapons class coming. So check us out.
I don't think Stefan is in South Florida.
He could fly down.
Oh, yeah, he could.
All right. So we'll see you guys next week. Same time, same station. The Curve Unplugged. Good night.
Good night, everybody.